Day baseball coming your way here on a Sunday afternoon from Tropicana Field. Today, a matchup of AL East rivals between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays baseball is next. Blake Snell, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Their ball club is going to have to keep a close eye on this one. This guy's nearing 200 innings on the season, and that's a lot of innings. A guy that takes the ball every 5 days. I'm sure they're going to watch to see if there are any signs of him tiring early in this one.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He will lead this one off today.
Benintendi.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And we are underway from Tampa as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, Matty, they lost last game only by 1 run. Those are the tough ones. But I'm sure they've looked at the film, made a few adjustments, and let's see if they can give a better effort today.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Lifted down the line in left. And he runs it down in the bullpen. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, one thing's for sure. They love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. He comes into this one having taken the starter deep in 3 prior at-bats. That's a pretty good indicator that he likes facing this guy, and he sees the ball well out of his hand. He could be in for a big game.
Stepping in, Dustin Pedroia. And he's just hoping for something to go his way in this one. And as you can see, it's not been the case of late. First offering on its way. And that misses ball 1. Previous history with Blake Snell. He's 5 for 14. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's fouled away. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
Here's J.D. Martinez. Line hard to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. And we're just underway from Tropicana Field. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Started to go around, but it's a called 3rd strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Boston nothing. Tampa Bay coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Nate Eovaldi gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
A huge arm comes with Nathan Eovaldi, up towards 95 to 100 miles an hour. All the way back from Tommy John surgery. Power pitcher deluxe. His best swing and miss pitch, though, is the split finger. He'll throw that to both righties and lefties.
Now at the plate, David Hart. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
David Hart.
First delivery to him on the way. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, D-Row. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way into postseason.
Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is, it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
And that'll bring up Joey Wendell. He's had a real nice season in the batting average department, but he'll need to turn it on a bit down the stretch if he wants a chance at claiming that coveted batting title.
You know, D-Row, this guy's been white hot all season long. Needs to pick the pace up, though. Second right now in average in the league.
I agree with you, Dan. He's going to get hot if he wants to chase down this coveted batting title. He's got to find a way to not chase the numbers and trust them.
And hold on there. He got him. Trying to swipe second base, but he's gunned down for the out.
Well, he tried to turn a single into a double by stealing second on the first pitch, but they were ready for it. Good catch and throw from behind the plate, and it's like that base hit never happened.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Line toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple. So with the runner safely at third with one away, there you get a look at the team leaders in 3 base hits. And we find that these guys are currently 4th best in that category in the junior circuit. Digging in, Tommy Pham. He's 2 for 10 in the series coming into today. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. And that's the second out of the inning. Long throw to the plate. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI.
So here is Abisail Garcia. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone.
Clean slate on the base pass after that sac fly a minute ago, so now's the time to be aggressive with these hitters. Go right after them and try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
The 1-0 home. Count now, a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he fouls this one off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
D-Row, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay. We'll head to the second inning here in St. Pete. It's the Rays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Here's Mookie Betts. Previous history with Blake Snell. He comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. And of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. First pitch on its way. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
This is what fires me up right here. You don't get a chance to see this every day of the week. You got the reigning Cy Young Award winner squaring off against the reigning MVP. That's why you pay the price of admission.
Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
A bouncer to the left side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Okay, here's how the Rays set up on defense today.
The shortstop.
And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. First offering on its way. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Takes this the other way to right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So it's a 1-out base knock for him here in the second. Good time to check out the league leaders in hits. And as you can see, he's right up there, 4th in the AL in that category. Ready now, Chris Taylor, swinging it well so far in this series. He's 3 for 9. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Pitch outside. The throw is there, and he's out, nailed by Schufo.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with a steal, but it didn't work out.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. There's ball 4.
And I'm pretty sure he thought that was a strike. He's thinking, what do I have to do? Put a bow on it? Walk it down and put it in the catcher's glove by myself? I think it got called a little outside, so he has to put it behind him now.
Here's Steve Pearce now. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Pierce is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. Has a look. Now the pitch. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Taylor is off at first with 2 away. Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Red Sox leave 1. They trail this one 1-0. Stepping in, Willie Adames. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Shortstop, Willie Adames.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch is grounded foul over toward the Rays dugout. He's behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Hey. 2-2. Heading out towards shallow right. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, not the prettiest of swings, D-Roll. That looked a little bit from the Vladimir Guerrero foot, but nonetheless, he got the job done.
Yeah, a little choke and poke right there. He flipped the bat out there and was able to find a little empty green grass. Not pretty, but he'll take it.
Stepping up now, Daniel Robertson is coming off a 3-hit performance in the loss last night. First delivery to him on the way. Nope. There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1. A runner at first with no outs here. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Three and 0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Now at the plate, Ji-Man Choi, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The cutter runs outside, ball 1.
This is one of those classic bunt situations here, but it's not a given anymore like it used to be, and that's the case even more so in the American League.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Choi, originally from South Korea. He was taken in the second round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 3-1. A bouncer up the middle. Bogarts has it. Pedroia on to Pierce at first, and it's a double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. 7 homers and 31 RBIs. One and 0. Here it is. 2-0. Ready with the 2-0. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count.
2 outs here with a runner at third. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Nick Schufo would be next if they can keep this inning alive. 3-1. Here it is. And this will be fouled away. He's set the payoff pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. Here's the payoff pitch. Another one sent foul.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. 1 left for Tampa. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Rafael Devers the next to bat, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Rafael Devers.
First delivery to him on the way. Pulled toward right center field. Kiermaier will back up and put this away for a long out, number 1. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Next up for the Red Sox, Sandy Leon. Previous history with Blake Snell. He's a .375 hitter. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Low for ball 1. Good take there to lay off the high fastball. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And this will get taken in at first for the 2nd out of the inning. Striding in once again, Andrew Benintendi. He flied out leading off the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. And looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Pham on the move, but this will land untouched. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Now a curveball in there. Strike 3 called and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0.
You say you're trying to reach the sky. You can do it. All it takes is time.
And that'll bring up Nick Schufo. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Number 19.
First pitch on its way. Grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Waiting on it is Benintendi. Makes the play. 1 away. And with 1 gone, time for a check of the standings to see where the Red Sox place in the American League East. Digging in to try it again, David Park. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
And this catches the outside corner. Strike 1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Little chopper back to the mound. Over to the first baseman, Pierce, and there are 2 gone now. Coming to the plate now, Joey Wendell. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? Here comes the first pitch. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swung on but fouled off to the left.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. The 1-2. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. 2 out, nobody on. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays, but they're on top 1-0. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian with you as former AL MVP Dustin Pedroia settles in to get the inning started. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
The 1-1 home. Grounded weakly down the line. Oh, it's off the third base bag. And he'll reach first safely.
Hey, that wasn't the prettiest of swings, guys, right there. That's not how you usually draw it up, but that's a line drive in the box score the next day.
Into the box, J.D. Martinez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
Base hit, line drive into the corner.
That's a grind pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate, and this batter's able to bite and keep his hands inside this baseball and drive it for a knock. Impressive.
Into the box now, Mookie Betts. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now as he'll take a look at ball 1. Now the 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Goes to third with it. And the throw is behind him at third as this gets away. And he'll come in to score from second base, and that is a direct result, obviously, of that poor throw.
That was just great awareness out there on the base pass. He bolts for third the instant the ball skips away, but he keeps his eye behind the plate all the way. And when he sees they're having trouble with it, he rockets home to score. Love that aggressiveness.
Well, I think after that foul away, this pitcher can go almost anywhere he wants. That pitch was way off the plate and off speed. I'm surprised he even offered it that one.
This is on the ground over to first. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
The center fielder.
Stepping up to the plate, Chris Taylor. Runner in scoring position with two gone. First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air. Park sprinting after it, but this will land untouched. Ready with the 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. 1 run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Three and 1.
I'm seeing him aim the ball right now. That's a trap you fall into as a pitcher when you're not as confident in your stuff as you should be. You got to trust your stuff.
The 3-1 pitch. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Red Sox settle for just the 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, all tied at 1-1. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, Rays manager Kevin Cash talked to me in between innings about his lineup's offensive production. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Striding in, Tommy Pham earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. First offering on its way. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Pham with an even 1-1 count now. Swings through it for strike number 2. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Now another 1-2. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a good start to the inning for the Rays as their leadoff hitter is aboard.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Avisail.
Next to bat will be the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Avisail Garcia. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
I got 2-1.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. High and deep to left center field. Back goes Taylor at the track. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Finally, they show some signs of life. These guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double, and now they've got runners on second and third. We'll see if they can cash them in.
In now, Willie Adames. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Chasing after it is Taylor. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third.
Now batting.
Now in the box, Daniel Robertson. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Here comes the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Now the 2-1. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. And the run is in to score from third. It's now 3-1. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. At the plate, Ji-Man Choi. He's set. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s. You ain't doing much with that.
The 0-1 pitch. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kevin Kiermaier. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
Robertson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. On the ground to the left side. A dive, and he knocks it down. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Hey, guys, he doubled up right there. Back-to-back sliders. Nice job by the batter right there. Just misses the first one, makes the adjustment, stays a little shorter, and drives the next pitch for a base hit.
So striding in, Nick Schufo. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Low with the splitter, ball 1.
Yeah, and that splitter is normally the go-to pitch to this guy, but it really hasn't shown that good downward action that he usually has. He needs to get back to finishing it out front.
Now the 1-0. Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble, and it is trouble that finds the gap for extra bases. In to score is the runner from first. Make it 5-1.
Now batting, right fielder, David.
Yeah, man, I think his only hope is to try to get out of this fourth inning and maybe try to regroup for the fifth. But this is 8 hits he's given up already, so he might even have trouble doing that.
Digging in once again, David Park. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. The 1-0 is a ball below the zone.
Well, he's got a base open to use right here, and it looks like he might not be afraid to do that by the way he's pitching him.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Too high, and it's 3-0.
You look in the dugout, you could tell that manager's getting ready to come out on that top step. If he doesn't get out of this situation right here, and it's a tough one, I think the bullpen comes in.
3-0 pitch is in there for strike 1.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
The 3-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Rays lead it 5-1. We're back at Tropicana Field, and let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. Digging in now, Steve Pierce. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
Fouled off. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
I know one thing, he earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Rafael Devers. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the belt, the pitch. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Adames picks it up. One there, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first.
The catcher, number 5.
So one gone in the inning here with the runner at first.
Leon.
And up next, it'll be the catcher, Sandy Leon. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Nope.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Come on now, let's go.
And a ball and a strike now to Sandy Leon. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Park on the move, and no one will track it down. Devers, base runner at first with 1 out. Again, a 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. The second for 1. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets them out of the inning. Nothing doing for Boston. They're down 5-1. Brian Johnson, the 6'4" southpaw, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 61, Brian Johnson.
Standing in, Joey Wendell. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
The second baseman, Joey.
First pitch on its way. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Johnson has pitched just under 60 innings and logged in with an ERA in the low 3s. Too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
A great take on that slider away right there. But I'm thinking in that situation, that pitcher's got to execute a little bit better. That was almost a non-competitive pitch. Being outside, you could almost have let that one go right out of his hand.
The 1-2. On the ground for the shortstop, Bogarts. Played on the backhand. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Number 29, Tommy.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and up next it'll be the outfielder Tommy Pham. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
It's a 5-1 game here in inning number 5. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. He'll try again. 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Standing in now, Avisail Garcia, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Five runs, 8 hits, 1 error in the ballgame for Tampa Bay. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high. 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 pitch. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. So that's a pair of hits for him now this afternoon as he lines that one sharply into right. And we get a look at the Rays leaderboard there as he currently sits number 3 on that list. So a runner at first with 2 away, and up next will be Willy Adames. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. A runner on first with 2 away. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Taylor. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Rays strand just the 1. They're up 5-1. Stepping into the box, Andrew Benintendi. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So it's a leadoff base hit to start the Red Sox after the inning.
The second baseman.
Hey, so far it's been easy pickings for this pitcher. He's gone through this lineup almost unscathed, but right there, leadoff single, middle part of the game. Let's see if he makes an adjustment before they do.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. Benintendi gets his lead at first, nobody out. Swung on and missed as Pedroia's retired for the first out.
Boy, he's just been setting him up and knocking him down all afternoon. We've seen a lot of punch outs from him where he didn't get much resistance. 3 pitches right there, and see you later.
Stepping in now, J.D. Martinez. And a ball 1-0. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east-west, not the case anymore.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Three balls and 2 strikes to the DH for the Red Sox.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And that's low, ball 4.
Now batting, the right fielder, Mookie.
Ready for another shot now. Mookie Betts 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's set and the pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Here's the 0-1, and he fouls this one off. Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. 2nd on the team and runs batted in.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Ball 1. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike. The 1-1 runs a bit inside for a ball.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
He drilled the previous batter, and now he falls behind 3-1 to this guy. The last thing you can do, though, is throw a fastball middle of the plate right here.
Three 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1. So now we've got a battle on our hands.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And this inning is a perfect example of how quickly fortunes can change in this game. He was cruising along, hardly any trouble at all. Now he walks in a run and is still in the middle of a bases-loaded mess. He's got some work to do to limit the damage.
Now the Rays manager is going to take that slow walk out toward the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So as he leaves, he stands to perhaps be the winning pitcher here, unless, of course, all 3 runners come around to score, in which case he'd get a no decision. Tyler Glasnow is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. So digging in now, Chris Taylor, his previous meeting line with Tyler Glasnow. He's 1 for 2. First pitch coming. Here it is. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And it's 1-1.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
One and one. Here it is. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Bases are loaded with only one out. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Steve Pearce waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch is taken, but called strike 3, as he might have gotten a little extra off the plate that time.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Into the box now, Steve Pearce, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Comes set, the 0-1. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. Martinez on third. Betts over at second. Bogarts on at first with 2 down. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
1-2. Here it is. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Would have been a grand slam. Instead, it's a foul ball. Here's the 2-2. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. 1 run is scored. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Rose.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
Anthony Banda comes on now, and this move looks to be all about playing the matchup here.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, Matt. They want the lefty-lefty matchup, and that's usually the right move, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Ready once again, Rafael Devers. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. 3 runs already home here. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So 3 runs on only 2 hits in the inning. No errors and a couple of men left. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Rays are in front 5-4. Digging in and looking for more, Daniel Robertson. He'll lead things off for Tampa here in the 6th.
Daniel Robertson.
First pitch on its way. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Hit back up the middle, and that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Hey, another leadoff knock right there. This game has been full of offense, full of traffic on the base pass. Let's see who's going to get that big double in the gap to clear.
Ji-Man Choi the next to hit. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Wow, 1 pitch ago he had only given up a single, but that wild pitch, that single essentially turns into a double. Those kind of things can absolutely kill you.
The 1-0. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
2 balls and a strike to the Rays first baseman. No one out with a runner at second. Ball even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full. Lifted the other way down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. The next 3-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss and another strikeout.
Into the box, Kevin Kiermaier. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. 1 out and a runner on second base. And this one's on the inside corner, 1-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. And he misses again, ball 3. Nick Schufo is on deck. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, number 19.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, 1 man out, and that gives Nick Schufo a chance here. From the stretch. Now a swing and a little ground ball here in front of the mound, which may move the runners over. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Now batting.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, David Park. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch.
That's the ball.
A ball and no strikes.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Robertson at third. Kiermaier on at second with 2 down. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Rays strand a pair. They lead it 5-4. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. We're in the 7th with the Rays out in front, and let's get you caught up with our game summary for the first 6 innings. Digging in the switch hitter, Sandy Leon. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Swing and a liner, and that's going to be a base hit, so the possible tying run is aboard here to start the 7th.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
In now, Andrew Benintendi. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Two balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder. The 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Pulled toward right center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. Makes the play. 1 away. Ryan Stanek takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Dustin Pedroia will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. He's set. Here it comes. And that misses for ball 1. Pedroia waiting. The 1-0. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, that's a pitch right there to split finger that needs to be buried, and it was not executed. Left it thigh high, and as an offensive player, that's what you're waiting on.
So stepping in, J.D. Martinez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point right now.
1-1 the count now. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
The 2-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2. Lifted down the line in left. Pham giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Next for the Red Sox.
So coming to the plate, Mookie Betts. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. First pitch on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. High and deep to right center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple, and the deficit holds at 5-4. So striding forward now, Joey Wendell. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Joey Wendell.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here comes the 1-0. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Now the 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
Well, he snapped that breaking ball off really nice. He'll do well to keep putting it there.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Benintendi, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder.
Settling in now, Tommy Pham. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
2 ways to look at this walk.
Now
if you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Avisail Garcia. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. There he goes. That's a strike to throw down. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
Pham leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And there's ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Here it comes on 1-1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Nipped the corner. 2-2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Rays DH. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Well, it's obvious he wanted absolutely no part of the 3 or 4 hole hitters. But he's got to focus here because this guy in the 5 hole is just as dangerous.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Willy Adames. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call. And his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way, and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
Ryan Weber is called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Into the box now, Daniel Robertson. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
First pitch on its way. Strike taken up in the zone. Bases are loaded here. One man out. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. The 1-2. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Striding into the box, Ji-Man Choi. He went down on strikes last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a high pop-up. Devers is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it winds up being a run on no hits, and they leave 2 men on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Rays 6 and the Red Sox 4. Now to the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Behind 0-2 now.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Diego Castillo will come on now as he'll be appearing in his 45th game this year.
63, Diego Castillo.
Stepping in now, Chris Taylor. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and there are 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman.
Now batting, Steve Pearce. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and 2 strikes now. One-two is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2. Full count now, 3-2.
I'd say this is a win already for the guy in the box. You find yourself down 0-2, you work it to even, and now it's full. You got a chance to do some damage in this situation.
And this is taken for a ball. They walked him, and the Sox had themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Jose Alvarado
comes on now, and this move will force the switch hitter to bat from the right side.
And I think that's exactly the thought process, Matt. He's not as strong of a hitter from the right side, so we'll see if this proves to be a smart move out of the pen.
Rafael Devers will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. In there, and it's even at 1. And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. 3-1. Three and 2 the count for Rafael Devers.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
The 3-2 pitch, and he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Jorge Hernandez will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Now running at second base, number 48, Jorge Hernandez.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Sandy Leon, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. First delivery to him on the way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
The 1-0 home misses for the second ball. This is line to left, and that'll get down out there. And that's going to bring in the run from second to make this a 1-run game now.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
In now, Andrew Benintendi. Lifetime versus this arm. He's 0 for 4. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, I'm surprised he went to that spot in the zone. This guy's known for being a down and in hitter. Don't expect too many pitches going in that spot.
Comes set. The 0-1. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Lays off 2-2 now.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
The 2-2. And it's fouled away. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Red Sox settled for just the 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Rays 6 and the Red Sox 5. Mitch Moreland is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Mitch Moreland.
Up next for the Rays, Kevin Kiermaier. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
For the Rays, the center fielder, Kevin.
First pitch on its way. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. Outside, 3-0 now.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
The 3-0. He is a heater in there for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to second. Throw by Pedroia will be in time, and there's your first out. Into the box now, Nick Schufo. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. A 1-2 count to the Rays catcher. Bases are empty, 1 man out. At the letters, but called high. It's a ball. Now a swing at a ball popped in the air back behind short. Bogarts backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Standing in now, David Park. as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike one.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Two and one to the Rays leadoff batter. 2 out, nobody on. And they'll back him off a bit with a fastball in, but it's 3-1 now. Joey Wendell would be next. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
And that one misses. It's ball 4. So a 2-out walk gives the Rays some hope here in the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Digging in, Joey Wendell. Here comes the first pitch. A pitch out. The throw. And they'll nail him at second on a brilliant call to pitch out, and the inning is over. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Striding in to start the 9th, Dustin Pedroia, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Listen, it's not easy coming back off of closers, but this guy hasn't been super dependable so far this season, and he's blown several saves up to this point.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-1 is a fastball looked at for a strike. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
now batting, the designated hitter.
Striding forward now is the DH, J.D. Martinez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a liner. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Dan, right here you see a situation where no doubles defense comes back to bite you. As a pitcher, were you even aware when guys are playing a foot off the track?
I'll be honest with you, D-Row. You're so concerned about on the mound trying to get that white ball to that dark brown or black glove that I never really ever turned around to even notice where they were playing. I was concerned about getting the guy out swinging the bat.
No balls and a strike to count. Fouled away. Now the 0-2 pitch. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
Fouled off. Martinez leads off first with one away. Weighing inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. Here now the 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. Now another 2-2. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making his pitcher grind for everything.
And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away.
You can visibly see the body language of this guy on the mound is completely changed during this at bat. 6 foul balls has to be completely frustrating him that he can't put him away.
Down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. This one up. Adames moving to his left, and a glove flip for one. Back to first, a double play, and with that, the ball game is over.
Man, they battled right to the end, getting the tying run aboard in the 9th, but that's where the threat ended as they turned to double play to finish this one once and for all.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Tampa Bay Rays took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Blake Snell records the victory, his 13th of the year. Nate Eovaldi was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Jose Alvarado gets a 4-out save, number 36 on the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your